Hello, my name is Lakin and welcome to my channel. And in today's video, I wanted to try to find a good writing process for me. A good writing routine, as some would say. You know, I am someone that does good with routine, but I often get into the routines of procrastination and laziness. During the month of Camp NaNoWriMo, whenever I was kind of in a lull of not really wanting to write, I decided I needed to find something. I needed to really find something and actually try it. So that's what I did. I'm going to be showing some clips while I talk about all the stuff of what I recorded during the day instead of it just being like a writing type vlog. I came up with the writing process of starting at 9 a.m. Starting my morning off with it after I wake up, after I do all the animals, setting time aside to write. And that time being from 9 to noon. And after I eat lunch, I can go and do other things that I need to. I thought, okay, simple enough. Let's see if I can do it. During the 4 days of April 21st through April 24th, I tried to figure this out and tried to iron out a good writing process. So I'm here to show you what that is. It starts off with coming into the office around 9. I filmed some clips where I'm actually showing the time, and it's not exactly before 9, but you know, it's close enough. Except for the last day, which I sat down in front of the desk around like 10, and then I saw this blue ring, and it just kept circling and circling, and no matter what I did, it just kept circling and circling. So I didn't do any writing on the fourth day, but you know, it was the thought that counts. I started with deciding I need to get ready. I don't have to every day put on makeup and actual clothes, but I need to do some sort of that so that way I can feel like I'm doing something and it can help get my mindset in a more productive and less cozy lay in bed all day mindset, you know? Getting ready is not always going to look like me putting on that much makeup and doing my hair and changing completely out of my clothes, but I thought I turned it off. Oh, the new camera's wet. Okay. I sometimes need to do it as someone who doesn't leave the house, even when it's not a pandemic outside. I often just stay in pajamas all the time, and putting on clothes and like actually trying to take care of myself in the way of appearances, even though I know I don't need it, it does make me feel better. Just starting my day off on a better foot is always a plus. It can never hurt, especially on the days whenever I'm leaning more towards wanting to stay in bed. Just giving myself that little nudge and going the extra mile with my appearance can really help change that at least a little bit. And then I figured out some ways that I could stay productive and keep on my writing during that time. Now, I'm not going to be hitting the keyboard as soon as it turns 9 and not stopping moving my hands at all till 12. That's just not feasible, but I can limit the amount of breaks I use, and I can do that with live streams.
Alright, hello everyone. It says I'm live now. Could be a lie. Let me know if you can see me, and let me know if you can hear me.
I don't mind. My father-in-law, he was like, so are you getting stir crazy? I was like, no, not really. I want to go to Disney. I miss going to Disney. Disney, me and Dean were talking, like, we don't know when we're going to feel comfortable going back. Yeah. Even when they reopen it, that doesn't mean, like, I'm going to feel comfortable being around. It's been so long since I've been around anybody besides Damien that I can't imagine being in a large crowd of people. So, I just want to ask, oh, she stopped. I'm like, can you see her tail going up and down in the corner of the Yeah. She's laying across my arms on the desk, and she's walking her tail. Yeah, like whatever. You don't have to work today, right? We're cool. Cool.
I usually never find them when they're actually live, except for one. I found this one on like the 22nd or 23rd, and I was very thankful for it. I stayed for a little bit. I had found this one, and it was like, it started at like 12 or 1. So it was whenever I didn't need to keep writing, but I wanted to. And having that live stream helped push me to write a few more words than I would have, you know? And then also, the day I decided I wanted to film this type of video, on the 21st, I had a little bit of free time before 9 o'clock hit, and I watched a video. And I can't remember what video it is, so I can't shout them out and thank them so much, but they talked about this website called 4thewords, and I was curious. So as soon as 9 o'clock hit, or 9:04 as it said, I got on the computer and looked up 4thewords, and I tried it for myself. 4thewords is this website. This is not sponsored by them, but you know, maybe one day. But 4thewords is a website where you basically play a game and you defeat monsters by writing. There are various different monsters, like some you have to write 100 words within 15 minutes. And if you do that, then you defeat that monster and you get loot and you can complete quests and level up your character and stuff like that. And some monsters are really big and you have to write 500 words or 1,000 words or 2,000 words within a frame time. As I've been writing with it every day, or almost every day since I found it, I have noticed that the time frame that they give you is very generous. For the 2,000 word monster that I fought yesterday, it was a day and a couple hours. Even though I didn't want to take that long, I think I took about like 3 or 4 hours to write those 2,000 words. It gives you enough time to where you don't feel like you have to rush. You can actually think about the words you're wanting to write, but still it's not so much time to where you're like just, oh, I'm gonna go watch a movie, you know? So I think the amount of times is good, and there are some monsters where you can set it for a rush type of sprint where you hit the keyboard and you write as many words as you can within 5 minutes, and the monster stays alive for 5 minutes, and if you stop typing, the monster starts to defeat you, you know, kind of thing. I think it's great. I write the words on the 4thewords website, and then I move them over to my Google Doc, and because Google Docs will catch more of the mistakes than the 4thewords website, but it's a great motivating tool because beforehand I was just using the Forest app to track my sprints and past live streams, which are effective, but they're not as effective because you can pause them and just kind of leave them whenever, you know. I'm glad I found those things. But one thing I knew I needed to address and figure out is, what am I going to do when it doesn't work out? I am someone who, if something messes up, if one little thing goes wrong within my day, it can very easily derail all my plans and cause me to shut down. I knew I needed it to account for that. I had written out my writing process that I was wanting to do and like have things like use the Forest tracker and watch writing sprints, track my words, and I had also had before I needed to write a certain amount of words every day, or I had to pay this jar that I, at the end of the year, will give to my mother 50 cents. After this, and after all this, I realized that even though I would be writing, I would feel really discouraged because I didn't get to that word goal. I realized that every word's written is progress, it's better than 0, so I changed that from writing a specific number of words to just writing any words. If I write anything in a day, I don't have to pay the 50 cents. And I don't want to pay those 50 cents because my change jar, my normal change jar, is the free spending money that we can use whenever we go to Disney World. So I don't want to take money away from Disney. I want to give them all my money. It's another incentive in case of an emergency, like waking up late, just not feeling motivated, or something doesn't go right, or just the morning is bad. I'm not having a good morning at all. I needed to write these things down, and they may seem really stupid or simple to you, but to me, just writing that I do not need to worry, and I don't need to feel the pressure of if I don't get up right at like 8, so that way I can be at my desk at 9 o'clock, because having 6 animals takes a while in the morning to take care of all their needs. So not feeling the pressure to get there. Now, I do try to get there as soon as I can, but sometimes that's 9:30, sometimes that's 10, but not feeling bad about that, and just still, instead of being like, well, it's not 9, so I guess I'll just have to wait till tomorrow. No, just still sitting down and writing till noon at least. I can write more, but I do not have to punish myself and make myself write for the hours or the minutes that I missed, you know? 1 word is better than 0 words, and I just need to be gentle with myself. Even though I want to make this a job and earn money from writing and become a real author, and that requires discipline and treating it like a job, I do not want to make it a job that I find miserable. I do not want to force myself to write to where it becomes not fun anymore, you know? I'm so glad I've found this writing hobby, and I want to cherish it, and I want to nurture it, and I do want to nudge myself to continue making progress, but I don't want to do so in a way that hurts me in the long run. So far, this writing process has worked out great, but I'm sure at some point it won't anymore. And at that point, I'll need to make a new writing process. But right now, I'm just rolling with the punches and trying my best. It has really helped. And since then, I have consistently written over 1,000 words at least. The day I'm filming this is May 1st, and so yesterday was the last day of Camp NaNoWriMo. I wrote over 5,000 words, and not expecting myself to write this much every single day. And I'm sure there will be some more 400-word days, but having this writing goal and having this writing process in my back pocket will better prepare me for those days and will help me to see the value in those days and the days that I write more, you know? You're trying to bite my hair, and I don't like that. That's my writing process, you know. I'm very blessed to be able to have a super flexible day to where I can make this writing process, and I am able to roll with the punches, and I don't have to make it so strict. 4thewords is definitely the savior here. They're probably the real reason I've written so many words, because I want to defeat all those monsters. So if you have 4thewords and you want to be friends, please add me. I'll leave my username in the description, but also right here. It's Sirendream. Yeah, let's be friends. Let's help motivate each other, and let's write the stories we want to write. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know about your writing process. Like, what do you do? Do you do something similar to me, or do you do something totally different? Do you have to write late into the evening? Do you write also in the morning, you know? Let me know. I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and see you later. Bye. Stop. Stop.